as the Brewers move on to the playoffs. But I appreciate all my Facebook friends. I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight, and I also wanted to thank my partner politically and also 40 years of marriage in November, my wife Jane. Needless to say, she had to put up with a lot, especially when we were gone in the land of Lincoln. But for her, it turned out pretty good. She got to buy a new car, and she got to visit, and it was interesting. And it's hard to believe that the recalls are over, and maybe just beginning. And I know there are people out there that are disappointed that we didn't win back the majority in the Senate. But I do think we should be proud of what we were able to accomplish. The Fab 14 has become the Sweet 16. You know, and they declare victory because we only won 2 seats, but in the history of the state, there have only been 2 recalls until that Tuesday night when we won 2 more. So, and it was great to be with Senator Schilling and Senator King as they were sworn in Tuesday. That was our total agenda for the month. Not a lot of discussion on jobs, but that's been their agenda so far, not a whole lot. And we're going backwards, obviously, in the job count rather than forward. Those 250,000 jobs that were promised certainly aren't happening. But I think it's important to remember that the Republicans actually started the recalls. They put the blame on us. But when we were gone, this group from Salt Lake City came in and started recalls against Jim Hoprin, Bob Wirch, and myself. You know, they've been trying to convince people that our standing up to Governor Walker and his corporate friends and their assault on the middle class was somehow cowardly or wrong to do. They started this. And we certainly continued it, and in November we will continue it as well. They say we should have stayed in Madison and rolled over so they could ram their extreme and divisive agenda through without any controversy, so that you and everyone else in the state would only figure out what happened after it was too late, selling off heating and cooling and power plants to no-bid contracts. I would think probably to the Koch brothers. But there were a lot of bad things in, giving the Secretary of Department of Health unilateral power to cut almost anything and everybody, MA, Badger Care, Senior Care, and the rest. We didn't see it that way that we should roll over, and that's when we made a decision to leave the state and take the Republicans on and stop the rubber stamping that was going on. And I really do believe in my own mind, if we wouldn't have done that, you know, there would have been some even more evil things going on in this state. Martial law for local government that they did in Michigan. A right-to-work state. I got an email recently that, if you really care about the working men and women in the state, support right to work. Right to work is totally right to work for less. Doesn't work, does not do anything.